Hi, I'm Mike Field.
I'm Mike Butler.
You're watching Now Renting with Forgotten Cinema, and today we're doing News of the World. Mike, what's it about?
A Civil War veteran, Captain Kidd, is tasked with bringing home Joanna, a German girl who has been abducted by Native Americans and living with them for several years. Captain Kidd has to get her to her aunt and uncle who she's never met against her will. Together, they travel thousands of miles and face grave dangers as they search for a place that either of them can call home.
So you've obviously come onto the Row 8 site because you're looking for a movie and you don't know which ones you should pick. And that's why we're doing News of the World, because we think this might be something you would like tonight. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah. No?
Absolutely.
And what we like to do is just kind of break it down. We each have three things that we have not discussed with each other yet in terms of what three things we think would make you like that movie. Well, I may not make you, but kind of hopefully you would say like, hey, I like that kind of part.
No, we're going to make you want to
Okay,
watch
we are
this
definitely going to make you want to watch this movie. So number one, Mike, you give us off. What's your first thing?
My first thing would be the period in time in which this Western film takes place. Obviously, it's a Western. There are tons and tons of Western films, but this movie is interesting to me because it takes place during the Reconstruction era, which is right after the Civil War, when the North is kind of going back through and repairing all the damage that had been done.
It's a crummy time. It's a crummy time.
It's a crummy time to be. And I haven't really seen a Western that really deals with the way that the Northerners kind of treated the Southerners during that time. And the feelings that the Southerners had, not just in terms of losing the war, but in terms of how they felt about the North rebuilding their infrastructure and taking too much time to, rebuild bridges and railroads and kind of avoiding kind of their towns. They felt like they were being treated as second-class citizens. And this movie really does that well. That's
a mouthful. That is absolutely not what's in that movie. This is not what's in this movie.
That movie has
you're giving them a history lesson. I will say this to piggyback off of that. It's definitely the setting. I like the production design, the art design. I love being immersed in that world, especially it's a world that is over 150 years ago. Maybe I'm doing that quick math, so I might be wrong. But like, it's just the fact that they can do that and you can feel it, and especially the town where they go in and there's all the tar and the blood and all the gross. It's disgusting, but you should watch it. All right, what's your second thing?
My second thing to piggyback off of that would be the cinematography. I think this film is shot really well. It's a Paul Greengrass film. You might be expecting some grit like in Green Zone or Bourne Ultimatum, or some panoramic beautiful artistry shots like it's a beautiful Western and it's very painterly, like a lot of the Sierra Leone movies and stuff like that. But this is not like that. This is kind of a focus feature on Captain Kidd and Joanna, and it really is a lot of tight shots.
Yeah, I also agree. The cinematography is awesome. One of my notes is that it is very difficult to make a time period that is so dirty look so beautiful, and it's done very well. Walski does it extremely well. So I guess we do it. I think we're going to have the same number 3 too. We seem to have the same 1 and 2, which is not good for TV and stuff like that. We're supposed to be different, but that's fine. So what's your third thing? Hey, actors. I knew it.
You son of a gun. Yes. Tom Hanks, Helena Zengal.
Wow, that is not her name.
I am so sorry. Everybody loves Tom Hanks. He's America's actor. He's always great in everything he's in. But this young lady, this actress, is so great at being able to not convey much in terms of dialogue. She barely learns English over the course of the film. She's Dutch or German, and she's been living with Native Americans for a long time. So she doesn't really know the English language, and yet she is able to emote and express all these different things, which I think would be difficult for an actor, 50 years her senior, and she's able to do these things at such a young age, and it's really incredible. And their chemistry is great.
Agreed. And yes, my third thing is the actors, and more so that the whole movie relies on their performances, not just in and of themselves, but together. Their kind of chemistry together is essential for the movie to work. These are two lost souls for different reasons. And you kind of know, if you've watched a lot of movies, you kind of know how it might end, but the movie does a very good job of maybe you doubting yourself in terms of them, we're not going to give it away, but in terms of whatever happens towards the end, which maybe we did give away, but whatever. So,
I'm not taking any of that.
Well, you can't say anyone's name right. So, there's that too. So you obviously, those are our 3 things. If you're on right now, go click the button, watch the movie, check it out. It's a nice Saturday night movie. It's a nice adult drama. And you know what? Westerns these days are very hard to come by. Great Westerns are very, very hard to come by.
Right.
So we definitely,
yeah,
don't cut me off. So all right. So definitely check it out. News of the World. Mike, do you have anything to add?
Yeah. Check us out. Forgotten Cinema. We are a podcast available wherever podcasts can be found. And also stick to Row 8 for all the greatest movie and cinema releases.
So I'm Mike Field.
I'm Mike Butler.
This has been Now Renting with Forgotten Cinema, brought to you by Row 8.